All right, well, I'm doing a couple projects, so I figured I'd show you guys how to use a drill and put a bit in and all that. So we'll start off with the electric. It's an electric drill right here. Now they're not as strong as the ones that you plug in, so they're good for like drilling in running in screws, using little drill bits, stuff like that. But you want to use an electric one if you're actually gonna like use a bit like this and actually cut wood, because if you use the electric, it will just seize up in the wood and stop. Like it won't actually go through usually. So and it'll be all choppy and look terrible. So but anyway, so there's a button on the side here. When you push it all the way to the right side all the way in, it pops out the left, right? So that means push the right side in. It's gonna go to the right, which is in. The drill bit's gonna go in. Now if you press the left there, that's gonna go the opposite way. And that's basically to pull screws out of wood and stuff. Okay. Now, in this, I'll show you how to put the bit in here. For this one, you just hold this bottom part here, stationary, and turn to the left, and it actually opens that. See how this closes? That opens it. Okay. Then, what most of these have is something like this. That's where you put your other little bit in, but here, this is an extension, okay? So, loosen that up. Oh. Oh, and I forget, to loosen it up, you actually have to turn it to the right, which it's not ready tighty. It's like left, yeah. Well, yeah, you have to turn it to the left, and then it actually loosens up. So, and then or to the right, I should say. And then when you turn it to the left, it actually will tighten it, which is weird. But all right, so you put it in there. You turn it to the left, and there's arrows and stuff on here, so it'll tell you. All right. Then what you want to do is whatever pattern you're going to use here fits right in there like that. Okay. Real easy. Then if you're going to use, like, here's a screw, right? There's a star pattern. That's the star pattern here. Then you put that in there. Then I got the right side pushed in here, so it should go in. We'll just test it on the cardboard here. So yeah, now you go left. It pulls it out. So it's pretty easy. But so that's the electric drill, basically. Super easy. Here's the actual corded electric drill. A lot more power. This is what you want to use for your woodworking and all that other stuff. And that actually is a chuck key, okay? So you see here. Here's the key. And what you need this for is, you see these little holes there? If you put, for instance, okay, if you put this in, okay, if you put this in here like this, and you hand tighten this, okay, which is what you want to do at first. You want to hand tighten it, okay? There, it's hand tightened, okay? Now, you feel like, oh, it's not going to come out, No. If you try to drill something with this, and it's just hand tightened, it will fly out. You'll be pulling this spade out of your leg. Like, it's not a good decision. So what you want to do, use the chuck key. You just turn it to the right. And it snugs it up real well, like more than you ever could with your hand. And that will stop it the bit from flying out and doing something terrible. Yeah. Oh, and another tip too is if you're gonna drill screws into like a piece of wood, I suggest getting a small drill bit, like, obviously smaller than the screw that you're gonna use, as far as how thin it is, and just run it through, and then put the screw through. Because otherwise it's gonna split the wood and it's not gonna go in all the way and it's gonna look terrible. And the other key point, I guess, in closing would be just make sure you know what's underneath what you're drilling into. Okay, because I've had people where they're like, and they do this with saws too. They'll put it on a table or something, and then they'll make their holes or whatever, and then they're really pissed off because they just drilled through their nice table. So, but anyway, that's how to use a drill.